Hello everybody, CozyAzeroth here. I had a little time to kill this evening, so I thought I would just jump online real quick. You have to forgive me, my voice is a little hoarse, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing here in the game. Sorry for the noise out there, they're watching some TV out there. Let's see, let's just get on my main character. How about that? Did some Uber driving today, made a little money, not enough, but gotta do more tomorrow. Alright, we are in Founder's Point. There's my little cottage. Okay. I'm not letting you in. No, you're new here, sir. Hey, I'm not people. I'm not good enough. Don't you recognize him?
I love all of it, but I think I like this one just like literally sitting on my phone. Oh my, yeah, I love it. You want me to? Yeah. Love it. Oh my god, isn't it so cute?
Take the house. I don't know how it goes. No, my dogs goes from their side. Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's a couple of things. So it's just like invited, but if they have to tell them it. But you have to still keep listening anywhere. So I guess open the window or open the door isn't anything, but you don't have to say it. You go both ways.
What's up?
Okay, so what? I don't remember. I was totally meeting. I'm like, yeah, you're really gonna see this meeting. The one thing I don't also understand is how those one guys use those opportunities. Calling her out by name, but oh, what are those? Or I would say those, but bigger. It's a nice one.
I am designed to serve. Please rate your interaction with this unit. Awaiting user input.
See my daughter.
Standing by.
That's not encouraging. No, she literally just told her that. They just told her that they're not real, but that's not. You see that? Still creepy. Mostly creepy. He looks creepy. But I don't know. My juju says that he's not terrible. I don't think it's he's still there.
Every brick tells a story. Art is never truly finished. That's one. But so he said they just sometimes know your name. They type they whisper your name. He said your name, right? And that's why she said it wasn't her mom. So it wasn't correct. It was okay. That's the direction. Why did you say for me? Yes, they just know. They try to.
I don't like the category.
You must be scared of the lines. From the way, isn't it? I'm just going to figure out the foot. That's the first. Thanks for us. I never had that. That was our first. But I'm not allowed.
I make homework. But I don't have to see like stuff for it. I'm just so I'm working all of them. And then lots of stuff.
America. I thought speak English, but I think people speak safe. America, born America Day. The people that I want.
No worries. Are you okay? Yes. What is your angle, Amy? Because they do it good.
After what happened to Roman, I feel like maybe not my I can't keep falling anymore.
She just,
You're doing that. Look, I'm sorry about that. That's serious. I think I got a chance to see on that. Thank you. Yeah,
how many times?
sister. There. You know, we were all little sensitive, so I started on the road.
So Julie was kind of ready when he was like, the crowd was saying,
Always begin with intentions.
It was always thought. Sensitive, didn't stop. I was in the road, same time.
Build to your dreams.
it drops. So, right in the middle of the bush, smiling. I'm like, no, my life feels fine.
Instead, she grabbed the shotgun and got out of the car.
Oh. Yeah.
Wonder no more. Less is more. Systems processing.
So we put the face on.
They like that.
Well, you would have picked up with us, so. Yeah.
Have a nice day. May I be of service?
Going for best effort. And I mean, like it's a, I mean, like, but I think I'm using the exact name, so. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a tiny bit. Best effort.
coin is always welcome.
Browse. Take your time. Enjoy. Next one is on me.
Everything has a price if you are willing to pay it. I hope you find your purchase to be satisfying.
Transaction complete.
Thank you for browsing.
Come on over and have a look. Don't be a stranger. We're all friends here.
Well, some things don't stay.
This antique transmogrifier was damaged in transit. See if you can repair it.
That girl.
The shadows serve us.
She's like,
Greetings, traveler. Shadows watch over you.
you feeling all right?
She knows this.
Right?
She's excited that she knows there's a answer. She knows there's a ship that's there. I hear their voices. And it's just like they left the glass. They told me that how it looked like it was the monsters. I mean, it's true. But they said it was the only way to save us and it was the only way to go home. It's just stop talking.
You look better already. It must be fixed. My lord is dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion.
I thought they were doing the same.
Maintain control.
But
Always.
because they got in and that's no, I mean, that's how it's been. He said it was nice.
Someone recommended it. It's a good show. But why did you start watching it the day after? I don't realize what was going to happen. It's like it. And she said, I watched it and it hurt. And it was this particular
I'll cut the reference to college house. So, what are you doing now? So the only thing you ever every single thing. All of it. So, that's the last. Those things. You walk. Never run. You listen. So it's like an Italian thing. And,
you want to hear that? I was so excited. Because I was like, it's something like it was really well who didn't deserve to die. But I had no emotional connection.
I've sacrificed everything. What have you given?
Wait,
If we do not meet again, I will.
breaks that after 4 minutes. Daughter, there's your chance here. Oh, we have to be back quick. This week stay overnight. Oh, and the RV, you're right.
We are all that stands between the Legion and annihilation. The great dragon, Reshanor, tears freely in and out of untethered space, devouring all that is left of our world. Bring its reign to an end. We have a rare opportunity to study phase storms. Don't be afraid to dive in. You'll need to manually.
Driven the unbound here mad. Put them out of their misery, so their untethered souls may be fed.
Like, literally, I forgot.
Remember, nothing is more important than
It's a ghost of trying to murder. It's me. Maybe you're not telling me the truth. Oh my Jesus. What is that stuff in there? really? It's a great. Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. Where's Steve? Oh, I forgot. There's someone sleeping right in front of you. Yeah, because there was someone sleeping on a hammock while we were okay, I did remember that I was like, thinking about that. Like, okay, you told the story twice about this. You still don't heard say it, and then you don't know exactly what's happening, and then they're like, what the fuck? I think it is generally
Lord
recommended by
Illidan
some
knows the
I
way.
so not
To
only
make
did he
revealed the power
study,
of
so
the
he done it, yeah, like is when I was trying to take it apart. Love you, my love.
Love you too, my love.
Are you streaming?
I
Oh,
am.
you are streaming. I did see that you.
I am.
I stabbed myself in the finger
With your needle?
with my needle. Did not mean to. It slipped when I was trying after I gave myself insulin.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I just probably need to put a band-aid on because it's in my finger, so it'll probably won't stop bleeding.
I'm doing some stuff on my main character.
Oh. Oh, you're not doing classic?
No, I'm not at the moment.
Okay, I love you, my love.
I love you too, my love.
Love of my life.
Don't forget it. Inside the cave. What cave? Oh, is that a cave? Yeah, there we go. I have to get up there. Excuse me.
So he said something about happening today. Oh, it's like an escape room. I love it.
Question everything. The whispers through.
No. Mama answered no. That is that. Yes.
Baladash Balanore.
Please come over here.
There is
Oh yeah, that's that.
strength
I
in
saw it. I was like, what is that? Oh hell no! Oh, it's a kid just laid back. Oh, see, I always forget. I go again. I go again.
Well, he did say like she's gonna be worried sick. Yeah, and I just what did I do? What did I do? Yes, fucking you, guilty bitch. It's all your fault. And I was there. I remember, I'm like, no, you're not good. I feel like he is the secret talent. And yeah, because I forget there are some things where this guy like it's already forced me in, and I already watched it. I watched this after the second season. So
I have much to teach you.
I do. There's nothing. Oh, shit. Sorry. No, shit.
Come with an open mind. We serve the Alliance.
Yeah, no, but it's like, I like it. If I don't know my role, like a shit.
Walk your own path. Illidan knows the way.
Oh, this is a Netflix.
If we do not meet again, die well.
My mom. So why do you have her here? You're there. If you want me to let her go with you, right? I think it's important for her to leave. I agree. So, and especially because, like, she's exactly, which is what I feel like she was, because she was classified as the exactly. Now, Ethan, yeah, he's a child, so he's obviously going to go with his parents or they decide to go. But I don't, so this is oh my god, just fucking, he thinks it's some kind of joke. Or I know. I told you in the first episode, like what if they once like and like I came home and like boy came out and was like, you have a child and like open your shit the nails. I watched it like I remember like a very kind of I don't remember. Wait, what? Okay. Ah. Ah. Oh.
My life is dedicated to destroying the burning legion. Trust in Lord Illidan's plan.
Give me the books. I'll start writing stories for people. Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Prince.
Oh, hey there. Yeah. Sorry about my voice. I was under the weather for a couple weeks, and my voice is not what it usually is. We have some company. They're watching some TV, and I am getting some WoW time in. Things I'm getting caught up on my main character. Well, I'm a little get this herbalism down here real quick though. Let's see if I can see where it is. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I did a lot of Uber driving today, and my voice is a little worn out from talking to people all day. So again, sorry about the voice. Doing the best I can. Hanging in there. I'm unlocking the Void Elf Demon Hunters. There we go. Void Elf Demon Hunter unlocked. Cool. Very neat. Alright, let's see. I've got this other quest to turn in here. Oh, fun. Doing a Commodore 64 type in. Fun. What are you typing in? Our Socrates TI-99 4A game is done, and it's being manufactured onto cartridges as we speak. So that'll be released soon. Pet Sci Life. Petski. Is it Pet Sci or Petski? You know, I never had a Commodore 64, and I've never used one, to my knowledge. I was always a TI guy and had Apple IIs in the classroom when I was growing up. TRS-80 when I was really little. Had an Epson QX10 for a while. A little more rare. But never had a Commodore 64. I thought about buying the new Commodore 64 Ultimate or whatever it's called and giving it a try. Only so many hours in the day. That's fun. Yeah, the TI is my first computer love. It's fun to have created a new game on cartridge for the TI. I'm really proud of it. Have you seen my game I made? Here, I'll get the link to it. Here, have a sec. Let's see. Here you go. This is my new TI game. You can buy the digital version if you're curious about that, or you can wait for the cartridge. Oh yeah, there you go. I couldn't remember if you'd watched this programming. So I do remember now. It's coming back to me. But the game is done, and the cartridges will be out soon. They're actually done. We're just waiting to do a couple things. Like Dylan and I need to get together in person. He lives in a different state, and we need to sign and number the limited edition manuals, and ship those back up to Greg at Arcade Shopper. And once we do all that, then they'll be ready for sale. So we've got 30 limited edition cartridges, and then the rest of them will be standard edition from there. But yeah, very proud of it. So I love doing type-in games. I was doing a lot of type-in streams for a while, and I just kind of got out of the habit of doing it, but I need to get back into doing that in my spare time. Just trying to pay the bills right now. I've been doing a lot of Uber driving. Everything's expensive. Not bringing enough money in. But hopefully selling a few cartridges will help. Couldn't hurt. Although it cost a pretty penny to have them manufactured. Almost $2,000 to have 30 cartridges made. Maybe not quite that much. A little bit less than that. Yeah, but it's worth it. You know, we'll sell them for 70 or 80 bucks or something and break even, make a little bit of cash. A little bit, tiny bit. Okay, so I've unlocked the Void Elf Demon Hunters. Let's get back to Stormwind and do something different here. Actually, it's probably more like 1,700 now that I think about it. But yeah, pricey. So we're probably going to sell them for, you know, $70 or $80 or something. Somewhere in there. I haven't decided yet. The limited edition ones anyway. The standard edition will be cheaper because we're using recycled cartridge shells and cheaper packaging, stuff like that. So I'm not sure about the standard edition yet. Let's see. What other quests can I knock out here? Oh, we could try to just do some fun little archaeology stuff. How about that? Fossil field. There we go. Need fossil archaeology right here. Yeah, and we're already working on our next game. It's not a TI game. It's a 8-bit style open world fishing game is our next game we're working on, called Frog Gone Fishing. And we're programming it in Stencil this time because we want to distribute it a little more widely than we could do on the TI. So I'm doing I think it's a bigger project. More to figure out. Never used that kind of environment before. And we have a couple other ideas for TI games as well, so I hope to get back into doing sort of mini TI games, some stuff we can crank out a little faster. And maybe put on cartridges again. Seems to be a decent model. There are plenty of people that will seem to be willing to buy anything new that's of decent quality that comes out, so at least it's if we can get in the habit of creating fun mini games, maybe we can make a little bit extra cash doing that as well. Everything's expensive. Trying to pay the bills while we're doing fun stuff. It's nice to get a little casual WoW time in. This is my favorite modern game, of course. I've been playing for over 20 years now. And this is my main character. This is the very first character I ever started on World of Warcraft over 20 years ago. 21 years ago. I still, although I've been playing a healer priest a bit more often. This is my main character, human female warrior. She's been my constant companion through life in the last 21 years. Okay, let's see here. So we've got to do some archaeology. Oh yeah, I hear that. You know, I don't have much in the way of need in terms of add-ons, because when I was a kid, I just had the console and a cassette player, and you know, I've warmed up to using Extended Basic now, and now I know how to compile stuff, and that's kind of fun. And I do have a TI Pi, so I can load files onto the TI, which is pretty cool. But I really don't need much for it, you know. My needs for having fun doing retro computing are pretty minimal. Give me a type-in program like you're working on and an old system, and I'm having fun. So, got my real TI out there with a CRT TV set up, and it was fun to be able to run my Socrates game on there. I loaded it up through the TI Pi, even though I didn't have the cartridges yet. And Tippy, I guess they call him. Oh, yeah. I was just saying that my retro computing needs in terms of the TI are pretty minimal. When I was a kid, I just had a console and a cassette player, and now I've learned how to use Extended Basic and learned how to compile programs. And I have a Tippy, a TI Pi, I think they're called Tippies, so I could load files onto my TI from my regular computer. So it was fun to be able to load up my Socrates cartridge ROM without having the physical cartridges done yet, test it out. That was pretty cool. But other than that, I don't really need very much for my TI. No, I'm a minimalist. Give me a type-in program like you're working on, and I'm having a good time. After you type in the type-in programs, are you saving them and just putting them somewhere, saving the file so it's easier for people to enjoy those old type-in programs? I'm kind of an archivist at heart, so I'm trying to archive everything I'm doing on the Internet Archive or on the FTP site. Oh, I guess I got all the fossil archaeology fragments I need, but for this quest, but I might as well finish up the dig site here. Oh, is it just an SD card add-on? So you can load stuff up with an SD card. Excuse me. Sorry to cough in your ear. I was really under the weather for a while. My voice has been struggling ever since. But I went to the doctor a few days ago, and they loaded me up with antibiotics and steroids and an inhaler and all the goodies. So kind of muddling my way through. In the meantime, no rest for the weary. Got to get out there and pound the pavement and do Uber driving more this weekend. I took too many days off when I was under the weather. Okay, that's complete. Let's see if I can... one fossil piece short of being able to complete one. Lame-o. Let's check the map. Mary Peak. I don't think any of those are fossils.
Well, no, because there's the
Oh, all the type-ins are downloadable? Yeah, I guess people have been creating archives for years. Not the point, working with your basic skills. Yeah. By far, the Socrates game was the most complicated thing I ever created in BASIC. And it was an exercise in memory management for sure. I think the key that I learned is just to liberally use code reuse. Create a function for everything and just call the function or the subroutine instead of repeating things. It's the only way we got Socrates done, is just to have go sub statements all over the place. And liberal use of data statements to store information. Sounds obvious, but I never really did that when I was a kid. Those were beyond my ability to figure out when I was really little. So it was new to me. Also, the ability to abstract, just thinking of every piece of information you're going to need to store in the game and creating variables for it. Have a mental model of everything you need to track inside the game. That's useful to be able to do. What's this? Oh, just flowers.
But yeah, no, I think after the aerial
Oh, you know, I heard about it, that it was coming out. I just didn't, I haven't checked it out yet. I've actually thought about starting a new TI magazine, or a zine, or a newsletter, or something like that. An actual print newsletter or print magazine. Might as well fly down here and do the herbalism while I'm at it. Yeah, you know, it's the TI community is interesting. It's pretty small, and so there's not a lot new that comes out. Although there's several new cartridges coming out, and you know, there's an active group of people, but it's a pretty small active group of people. I think Commodore 64 just has a bigger audience. I'd like to see them do with the TI what they did with the Commodore 64 Ultimate. Something similar to that anyway. I've also thought about writing a book on retro game programming using the TI. Classic 99 and or the TI. I'm a writer, you know, professionally and by nature, so I'm always looking for things I can write. The old-fashioned way, no AI, real writing. Where is this? Oh, dig site's way up here. Okay. Yeah, I never get tired of the TI. I keep coming back to it. I've taken years off from it, decades off from it sometimes, but I keep coming back to it in my imagination, and I'm just proud of myself that I took the time to add something genuinely new, even if it's my weird little Socrates game. But that's something that definitely came out of my brain for sure. Okay, here we go. Well, let's dispatch with this person here. Yeah, I spent 200 some odd on mine. It had the full, whatever it is, it's megabyte or 2 megabytes of switched memory, whatever it's called. I got it from Greg at Arcade Shopper. Works great. He had to really help me set it up, though. We had problems with my network Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi password uses punctuation. The Tippy wasn't set up to handle it, so I had to jump on a Zoom call with Greg for half an hour while he got in behind the scenes and figured out how to get logged into my Wi-Fi. It was kind of fun. Okay. Archaeology. Yeah. Yeah, and of course he's working with us to get the cartridges put out, so he's been a great resource. For sure. Very willing to help. Succinct in his communication, but happy to help.
My guess is still aliens, because I'm like, that's the only thing that would make sense. Why, like,
That's the thing. I don't know what I don't know, so I really had to lean on him and on Brad Snyder and a couple other folks in the message boards and whatnot. I don't know what's going to happen when the people that are really genuinely in the know all get old and die. The old guard, so to speak. We'll have to step it up a little bit here. Keep it alive for another 40 years. I've been trying to archive all the old newsletters. I'm taking all the old newsletters from the FTP site and any I can find. I found ones on eBay that don't seem to have been archived, and I've been scanning those and then uploading all of them one at a time to the Internet Archive with keywords and metadata and whatnot. So that archive should be much more useful in the long run once I'm done with that. And I'm also creating a spreadsheet of all the type-in programs from all those newsletters and all the magazines I can find. I've got about over 6,000 programs in my spreadsheet now with direct links to each page of the newsletter. Should be a really useful archive. It's taking months. We're just kind of working on it in my spare time. In fact, I'll send you a link to it here. It's on my Google Drive, so it's easy to find. And I can share it. It's not ready for prime time yet; it's still in progress, so you'll see some missing information and whatnot. But take a look at this; it's pretty cool. I'll put the link in the chat here in just a second. Yeah, here we go. That is that. Yeah, so each of these links that you see on that spreadsheet links right to the page or the open 2-page sheet in the Internet Archive. Although I think the Internet Archive, the links might not work right now. The Internet Archive was down earlier, so if they don't work right now, just give it a little while. I noticed they were doing maintenance or something to that effect. Yeah, so the links may not work right now. It looks like it's still offline. So, much ado about nothing. But it's cool nonetheless. I'm about maybe halfway through the newsletters on the FTP site, and I've got a bunch of magazines to go through as well. So, hopefully, in the not too distant future, I'll be done with it. A few months from now, probably. Then I'll figure out where to post it so people can find it. Okay, I went the wrong way here, I think. I'm trying to migrate a lot of my family history stuff over to the Internet Archive as well, just so it's not behind a paywall. Really a big fan of the Internet Archive. I hope they keep getting the funding they need and avoid all the legal hassles they run into a little bit. I'm a product of the 90s, 80s, and 90s, free information for everybody. Digital utopian at heart. As I charge for games. Challenge of every game maker ever, how to make money doing something you love to do. Darn capitalism. I'm in an old part of the game here, so I'm able to just kind of one-hit everything that I run into here. I'm just doing easy, lightweight stuff in the game here because I wasn't feeling doing anything intense. I'm kind of a casual WoW player. It's meditative.
Oh my god!
Woodwork is another hobby, and trying to make money kill the fun. Yeah, that's the problem with it, So far, I haven't run out of fun making games, and if I can figure out how to crack the formula of getting a little bit of money coming in making video games, I don't think I'll stop having fun with it. It's addicting though, you know, once you make something, you want to make something else. And once you make a little bit of money, you want to make a little more money, and round and round and round we go. But there's definitely something to be said for just leaving hobbies as hobbies. I feel that way about my ham radio stuff. That's one of my other hobbies. Is I'm an amateur radio operator, and I have been since I was 13 years old. I'm a mere 35 years ago, and that's what I'm proud of. Pretty much kept as a hobby, a pure hobby. And I don't do it all the time, but when I do, it's just for fun. I thought about things to get involved in, you know, try to make some money doing ham radio stuff in some way, products to sell and things like that, but I never seem to really get much traction on it, and it does kind of take the fun away. I get that completely. Okay, completed a dig site. Let's see if I can complete any projects here. Troll, yeah, I can complete one. What do I get? Just a little figurine. Just a common item. Something to sell for gold. 5 gold. Let's go look for another dig site. There's one right over here. Remaking Atari 2600 games for Commodore's X16, not for money, but just to have made something. You know, if you're looking for a project, my favorite game for the Atari 2600 was Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I'd love to see a remake of that on any other system.
I looked on it too.
Let's see here. Where's that dig site? Farther up. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Yeah, I was just saying that my favorite game for the Atari 2600 was Raiders of the Lost Ark. That was my favorite game on the 2600. I'd like to see that ported over to any other system. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Every bit helps. You know, it's what I've been out of work for quite a while now, and haven't had any luck getting a job in my field in quite some time. And so what I'm really trying to do is just have as many different revenue streams as I can. A little bit of Twitch streaming, a little bit of Uber driving, a little bit of selling stuff in my Etsy shop, selling video games. And, you know, little by little by little by little, I'm finding I'm able to eke out a living doing things that, for the most part, I pretty much enjoy. It's not easy, but I'm doing it. So I appreciate it. Every bit really does help right now. It's been a rough career ride the last couple of years. Higher education is like the apocalypse right now. And anything related to it, educational technology, educational publishing, instructional design, it's all out of whack. And moreover, it's like my values about education seem to have diverged from the norm. And these are just highly pragmatic times, and everyone just wants to do career skills and skill-based education and job training and career training, and this is not the heyday of the liberal arts, and I teach philosophy, so I don't give a rat's ass about that stuff, actually. I just want people to be good thinkers and be interested in cool things and be more authentic, and, you know, I don't want a bunch of little 19-year-old students who want to be accountants, you know. It's just something deeply wrong with the way we're approaching education right now, and I have not had a meeting of the minds with folks I've interviewed with in a couple of years, and probably vice versa. So something will shake out of it, I'm sure, in the long run. But for now, I seem to be flying solo in the educational world. Yeah, colleges have done it to themselves, though. You know, they've been riding high on the hog on student loan money for 35 or 40 years now. So easy to get student loans. And you walk around any college campus, there's shiny new buildings and a ton of administrators. and they're run like little businesses, and students are paying for all that. And it's really quite a racket, an educational racket in the classic sense of racketeering, I think. Creating a problem to solve it for everyone and raking the dough while they're doing it. It really is almost criminal what they do to students. Not a fan of what colleges have done to themselves, and they've done it to themselves. Yeah, they've definitely driven up prices. Absolutely. Because they can just charge as much as they want. Students can get the loans, and, you know, tuition goes up and up and up. Yeah, there's no reason they need it. You know, walk around any college campus and look at all the shiny new buildings. They just don't need all of that. I mean, sometimes you do, right? You know, if you're building a laboratory or something for your science classes, you're going to need facilities and equipment. But for almost everything else, you know, 50-year-old facilities will do fine. And it's just they're going to spin themselves into the ground. And it's actually been especially bad for colleges since unemployment's been relatively low for the last many years. It's crept up recently, but for 10 years or so, it's been pretty low, and that means people aren't going to college. They're not buying things from publishing companies. They're they're working, and so yeah, colleges are just keep raising the prices, and the student loan money flows from the students that are there, but the prices have gone up and up and up because of the relatively low enrollments as well. But rather than scale back, they just raise the price. Yeah, I mean, even like little rinky-dink community colleges have shiny new buildings. And, you know, there's never been a time in the whole history of the world when it's been easier to learn anything about anything. So to some extent, colleges aren't really necessary. I'm a big fan of the college experience, you know, learning things you wouldn't learn about otherwise. But, you know, it's not necessary for most people. Which is a shame, because you get a lot of personal growth out of it if you know, take the time to study all the weird, cool things there are to learn about. It's very sad. And, you know, because it's not the heyday of the liberal arts, people like me are left out to dry. You know, colleges eliminate humanities programs left and right, and they just want someone who can teach career skills. And, you know, once in a while I can get by teaching critical thinking or introduction to philosophy, something like that. But, you know, those classes are getting fewer and fewer, and the need is just not there. The demand isn't there. I think the hunger for it by students is there. Networking and doors that open. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. You know, maybe especially at the higher end colleges, but in general, I still keep in touch with a lot of folks I went to college with, and they're great relationships, even if they're just personal relationships at this point. Not very many, a few professional relationships, but although, to be honest, when I was in grad school, I got my first teaching job because one of my fellow grad students had been teaching at a community college, and got me my first teaching job. And then he and I ended up getting each other work for years and years and years. Every time I'd end up working at a place, I'd recruit him and he'd recruit me, and we gave each other work a lot. I wish we could keep that up, but he's in kind of semi-retirement, and I'm in seemingly forced semi-retirement, so that's at a standstill too. But that was a really valuable career boost. Okay, I completed another dig site. Let's see if I can complete an item here. Dwarf, where are you? Dwarf, there we go. Another common item, it looks like. Ooh, what did I get? An achievement. Discover the following artifacts of Dark Iron Thanes. Oh, and I got a decor reward, Dark Iron Brazier. Cool. Let's check that out. Let's see. Should search for Dark Iron. Dark Iron Brazier. There it is. Now I have one. That's cool. I'm really enjoying the player housing. In fact, I'll take you to my house let's go there now. Give me 1 second, I gotta teleport there.
It hurt me on an existential level.
Past this loading screen. Yeah, so I don't know if you're familiar with WoW, but some time ago they added player housing. You can claim a little housing plot for yourself and build a house, and you have indoor and an outdoor area and an indoor area. So I've got my little coffee shop barista area over here, my little coffee espresso machines, and I've got my little outdoor lecture hall classroom right here. I've got my little flower garden, and my griffins ready to go do whatever they need to go do. Little dark portal here. Got some chicken coops over here. That's the outside. Very proud of my little classroom over here. Excuse me. Sorry to cough in everyone's ear. I've been under the weather. See more people tuning in. Hello, everyone. Oh, yeah. I've been playing this for 20 years. It does take a lot of time. It comes in waves. Got a little dining area in my house. Stuff on the walls. Got a little fireplace area. Little writing desk. Lots of books because I'm an academic, so lots of books. Little wine bar. More books. Shelves for all the books not yet written. A friend's daughter suggested I put a hall of mirrors in my hall, so I have mirrors all up and down my hall. And I got a bedroom, stuffed animal, little dressing area, another little writing desk. And that is my house so far. Yeah, I've been not working really hard on it, but as I've been collecting items for doing stuff in the game, I've been putting them here. I love this little cosmological model here. It's like a solar system or a model of the cosmos, kind of like Anaximander's model of the cosmos that he built supposedly back in ancient Greece.
And he's like, yeah, and it was like, all you had to say was one of these paws. So already I knew, like, once he made the wish, shit was going to go to his side.
And let's see, the other thing I didn't show you, I got a giant sundial over here, the really enormous gnomon, as they're known, on the sundial here. So yeah, that's my house. It kind of looks like the Green Gables, White House with a green roof, my little Anna Green Gables house. This is regular WoW. This is what they call retail WoW, modern WoW.
Where my mind is at is she shuts.
Yeah, they added this new, if I can fly around it here, but they added this new player housing island. So this whole island is full of player housing, and these are housing plots. Most of them are taken. There's duplicates of many thousands, probably thousands of duplicates of this island. So you pick a neighborhood, and then you pick a plot. And most of these are full. There's some open houses in the plot here. This is Susan's plot right here. I'm trying to, consolidate neighborhoods with other friends that play WoW. But yeah, they added different areas inside the island. So if we zip over here just a little bit, you see the environment changes to represent, kind of different parts of Azeroth on this one little island, so people can have the kind of vibe they want for their for their house or for their plot. So here we have, something a little more like Westfall maybe. And they've got, if we keep going to the southeast here, we have kind of like a spookier, graveyard kind of area. Broomwood Hollow. It's kind of darker and spookier. And if we zip north a little bit, there's like an area up in the mountains. Pretty cool. And a lot of customizability. If I pull up my housing window, you can see my decor catalog, all the different things I've collected, doing stuff in the game. I can put inside my house. And there's each player can have each account can have an alliance house and a horde house. Best little horde house in Azeroth, as I call it. So Yeah, let's head up to the mountains here.
Oh,
You see the vibe changes a little bit when you change regions. And some of the plots are private. You can't trespass. Some are public. Some of the houses are private, and some are public. So you can go in other people's houses. It's kind of fun. There's little projects and what they call neighborhood endeavors, little tasks to do around the neighborhood to unlock more things and buy more housing gear. You have this little farming area over here. But I like my little coastal area where my house is.
Mickey did have the tattoos, both for Sarah. Oh, I see. Wow. I'm like, where'd she get the tattoos?
So yeah, I wish I had more time just to work on TI stuff. You know, if I didn't have to make a living, I'd be just cranking out TI programs and selling those and whatnot. I got a lot of ideas for TI programs. Just can't do everything at once, and I got to pay the bills right now. So I'm proud of myself for sticking with the Socrates project, but we're having a little harder time getting traction on the next one because it's just our goals for the game are not as clear. So yeah, this is my little plot. I like this little plot up here above the water on the cliff. Got a nice little vista. If I want to come over here and go across this little bridge and down these little stairs, I can do some fishing down here on the coast. Yeah, it's a cool little housing area, and I think they're going to add more neighborhood housing environments at some point, from what they say. But yeah, that's player housing in World of Warcraft. But I'm going to hearth back to Stormwind here and see what else there is to do. Excuse me. I was also having good traction on my Etsy shop for a while, but it's really slowed down the last month or so. I don't fully understand why. Maybe it's just a summer slump where everyone's traveling and people aren't working on crafts and hobbies and projects. But yeah, it's shop has been pretty successful, moderately successful, but it's downright slow this month. So that's a little frustrating as well. So more Uber driving, less fun stuff. That's what that means. Okay, so I got a couple other quests. What can I do here? I cleaned out my bags on this character some time ago. They were really full, and I need to almost do it again. I have so many things in my bags, but what I need to do is go through this quest log. The only game we've made is a maze game for Commander X16 and Basic for a game jam. It's junk, but proud of it. That's right. Everything's junk when you first start, right? Just got to stick with it. Build something simple, then make something a little more complicated and a little more complicated. You know, I can show you some of my my earliest programming attempts. Let me just get the link to it here from my website. Half a sec. Programming projects. Here we go. So these are some of my earliest programming projects. I'm not a trained programmer, but I do teach logic as part of teaching philosophy, and so it comes pretty naturally to me. And I did work with software engineers in my career in educational technology, so I picked up some things along the way. But these are my very first programming attempts. And you can see in all instances, but the last one, you can see the source code. Hand wrote all the source code for it. These are in JavaScript and p5.js. I'm proud of the number line slider. It was actually hard to get the sliding thing working. I had to program the interface that controls the sliding by hand, and it was not easy to figure out how to make that work the way I kind of envisioned it, but I figured it out. But I'm just checking out my quest log while you're checking that out. Let's see, meta quests. All these raid and dungeon quests that I need to catch up on. Where's that? Yeah, we can go turn that in. Might as well just go turn something in the interest of actually getting this quest log cleared out.
Sit down. Just sit down. I don't know. I would the fucking window. I would like, I don't know, get a corner. I don't know, whatever.
So obviously I kind of leaned into, I had retro game programming when I was a kid, but then my other entry into programming was through educational technology, so coming up with these little interactive widgets on that link there. Like the Venn diagram tool and stuff like that. Yeah, thanks. Just little mini projects, but they all turned out pretty cool. Each of those took maybe, a week or a week and a half to do. Wasn't too bad when I first started working on them. Quite a few years ago now. I think the key thing for me was just realizing that if you make everything super modular, you just put it together like building blocks and it goes pretty quickly. You got to make it super modular. You can't have a bunch of spaghetti code. Okay, so that's something to turn in here, but I don't know what. What do we do? Is it in here? Oh, yep, there it is.
What have you learned lately?
Oh, wow, look at that now.
Okay, I love your mom. No, she's fucking kids. My mom would never watch
You find
something.
I have answers if you have questions. Keep an eye out for anything.
She watched the thing and told me not to watch it. Oh no, she watched the grudge and told me not to watch it. That was weird. That was weird.
It's my first time getting these little, whatever they are, undercoins. I'm always saving up for the mounts because I'm trying to get 500 mounts because you get a cool little otter mount if you get 500 mounts. Let me see how many mounts I have. 456, so I'm well on my way to getting 500 after, 20 years. So, almost there. Looks like another quest to turn in there.
We're back on time. We're back.
The reason I have that main operator tool down at the bottom of that page is I was learning about parsing logic notation and how to identify the main operator of a string of notation. You have to take the string and put it in reverse Polish notation and use a algorithm called a shunting yard algorithm to do that. And so that was my exercise in learning how to do the shunting yard algorithm, which is also what they use in calculators to be able to identify the main operators in a string of algebraic notation. Your issue is you bounce around too much. I started up many languages. Now I'm sticking to Commodore 64. Yeah, you got to pick something, right? You can't do it all at once. Until you can write something decent, then move back into assembly. I think I just have no interest in assembly. As powerful as it is on those old systems, it's such a learning curve. And it's no fun. I look at it, it's spaghetti. It just looks like garbage. And I'm sure I could learn it. I don't think I couldn't do it. I just don't have any desire to do it. I have way more fun writing in higher level languages. And, part of it's just having fun, right? So, I mean, if I was going to really make a go of cranking out new games for an old system, then I should learn it. But everything I want to make is simple enough where I can write it in BASIC and compile it. So, good enough for me. You have no programming background. I didn't either, really. Do work in Excel. Yeah, same idea, exactly. Because you can. Doesn't Excel have Visual Basic? Is that right? Or maybe it's something similar. It's like Visual Basic, but it's not Visual Basic to program in. Yeah, just start small. Make tic-tac-toe or make just something simple. But the most important thing is just to learn to break it down, break it down, break it down. Make a little subroutine or a function for every little thing, and put them together. I think the thing that was hard for me to learn when I was programming the first video game that Dylan and I did, Frieza's Fury, the Dragon Ball Z fighting game, I had to wrap my head around the fact that even though you're going through the program in a linear kind of way, it's actually doing it like 30 times a second. So I had to wrap my head around the main loop, and if I wanted to create a delay, or if I wanted an animation to flash a certain number of times or rotate between sprites, I had to kind of think it through, not just in terms of slow loops like you get on old computer systems, but 30 times a second or 60 times a second loops. And that was a bit of a gestalt shift for me when I first started working in modern languages, and same thing in the P5.js as well. Also, just being able to separate the logic from the display. So, you know, like in P5.js or in what's it called, Pico 8, which uses Lua, there is a setup function where you define all your variables. Then you have the update function where you do all the game logic. You know, if this happens, then change this variable. If this happens, change that variable. And then down below, there's the display function where it redraws the screen. I love you too, my love. Where you redraw the screen 30 times a second. And I had to really wrap my head about how to separate those three components, and then the fact that it's doing each of those things 30 times a second. And once I wrapped my head around that, I'm like, okay, I'm off to the races. I think I got it. And we were able to crank out a game pretty straightforwardly. Okay, interact with the armchair to become disguised, then use its disguise ability a few times, and speak with Captain Auric Sunchaser. Okay. Disguise yourself as another prop. How do you do this? Oh, okay. I see. Cute. Pick up the chair's disguise to test out its swap ability. Swap. Okay. You don't write fancy spreadsheets with formulas. Well, you should be able to handle programming that. Started to learn code with YouTube and Udemy, and then realized that formulas is just code. That's exactly right. You know, it's just barely an overstatement to say that, you know, most of programming is just if-then statements. If this happens, then do that. If this happens, then do that. And there's a lot of nuance to it and a lot of techniques and other things to learn, but most of it is just if-then statements. And the ability to abstract and make variables for everything you need to track. If you can do all that, you can hack it together. I'm not sure if I shared Frieza's Fury with you. Let's see here. This is the Dragon Ball Z game we made. You need to be on a computer with controllers for this one. It's not a mobile game. That's the game we programmed in Lua and Pico 8. We're very proud of this one as well. We worked hard on this one. Dylan did all the artwork and the music, and I did all the programming. Interact with the statue to become outfitted with a Spellbreaker kit. Use the dispelling focus to find hiders, then tag them. Okay. There's this new hide and seek thing they added. Interact with the statue. Use the dispelling focus to find hiders. Like where? Oh, there's one. Okay. Ah. So even though we've only made a couple games, we're really proud of it. I think we're making real progress. and proving to be quite versatile. You know, we're trying to shift between environments every time we make a game for now to learn as much as we can. Although eventually we need to just pick something to focus on. I'd like to spend more time doing more TI games. But we also want to be able to cast a wide net and make money from making games. So I think what we're leaning towards now is always be working on a big project like our new fishing game, and then crank out mini games, kind of while we're working on bigger games. So we can get in a rhythm of publishing new games regularly under Spark Gap Games. Okay, I'm not going to do this one right now. Although maybe I'll just accept the quest. There we go. Let's see what else I can turn in here. Little battleground. I don't feel like doing a battleground right now. I just have a bunch of old raid quests I have to do. So at some point I just need to take a day and start cranking out my things in my quest log here. Well, it's been a while since I've been to my garrison. Let's check that out. Doing super low key stuff in Warcraft today. Let's see, where's my garrison Hearthstone? There it is. It's been a while since I've been here. Yeah, this quest I've been working on forever here, sending my little navy on naval missions. Okay, I need treasure missions, I think, right? Where was it? Yeah, naval domination. 14 out of 25 naval treasure mission victories. They all have blockades. 30 minutes. That I can do right now. I don't have time to do that tonight. Another time, that's why it's taken so long, like literally years. Never get back to it. It's been quite a while since I've been here.
What's the one I wore on Black? Oh! We might teach what is in the I saw it! We'll be triplets. Yeah, you'll live. I want to face all the facts.
Let's see here. I never have enough oil to do my naval missions, so I'm going to try to do these ones that take oil. Or they give oil. Excuse me. There we go. What is this? I've got some lower level followers I'm still trying to raise up, so I better do some of these low level quests.
And then I was talking to her,
Oops.
she said she has a 5-year-old. She said, so her friend, so she said, I want to open it out. She said, exactly 50 years, more than. So this is her. He's like, excuse me. So I get this.
Let's go to the scrapyard and open our salvage bags here.
Not for your children. Express which is hard.
Yeah, I like programming a lot. It's you know, it's a nice intersection of my logic brain and my creative artsy brain. You know, all the best creative projects take both, right? They take some creative inspiration and vision, and they take the ability to break it down and make a plan and actually get it done. I think I'm really good at both of those things. So it's well suited to my temperament.
I don't know what
Clear out my junk here.
She looks asleep. She doesn't understand, so I have to be together. She's gone. She doesn't understand. So they're like, hey, but don't touch her. It's there. She like, and like, you want they're losing their shit on her. I'm like, I'm gonna keep them outside. I brought that thing. I thought it was very never. I'm sorry.
Looking for things I can upgrade here.
So that they did not understand how long this was gonna be. But yeah, no, this entire thing, my version was not possible at all. It's like it was like what every it was us going and then doing great enhancements.
I'm constantly undergeared because I'm always, you know, an expansion to half an expansion behind everyone else, and I have a tendency to run around and do older parts of the game anyway, so I'm never caught up, like ever, in World of Warcraft. I'm behind for 20 years. Okay, that's enough here. Let's head back to Stormwind again. Got a couple things done at least. Oh, actually, wait. While I'm here, I'm going to do my herbalism over here. Here's a little herb garden over here. And you can, I'm saving up some herbalism reward points, whatever. There's some currency you can use to buy items here, like what weird weapons, like a shovel weapon and stuff like that. But I need 1,000 of these Draenic seeds, and I have several hundred, I think. But
Maybe that's supposed to be
let's tend to my little garden.
here in that heartbeat.
Cozy World of Warcraft. Hence the name, CozyAzeroth. Oh, awesome. A link. Let me check this out. This is what you're working on? Dark Maze, Simple Maze, game written in X16 Basic. Snow, a demo on Apple II. Oh, you can use the emulator. Okay. Can I try this right now? Let's see. How do I do this? Snow.a. Okay, got it. Go to the emulator. Load. There's the file. Run. Hey, there it is. Oh, yep, snow. I love it. I used to love those little simple graphics demo type programs back in the day. I had a book, 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the TI-99 4A, and I used to love the graphics ones. I still like making cool things on the screen. I love it. So the snow accumulates at the bottom. Does it just keep going up past 2 rows? It does. Okay, I see. No, just 2 rows. Sorry, you can't see it, I guess, but I love it. So much fun. I'd be hard pressed to learn how to remember how to do anything on the Apple II. I had him in the classroom as an elementary school student. Excuse me. But it's been ages. I'd be surprised if I remembered any of it. It's cute. I used to love the Apple II. My favorite game on the Apple II was Gertrude's Secrets. And probably no wonder I ended up being a logic teacher. You know, little Venn diagram challenges and stuff like that you get in Gertrude's Secrets. Made me a little logician from first grade onward. Amazing how little formative experiences like that can shape your entire educational career and even professional career. Yeah, let's see. I don't know how old you are, but let's see. I was born in 1978, and in my kindergarten classroom, we had a TR as 80. 48, we're the same age. I'll be 48 this month in just a few days. And then we had Apple IIs all the way from first grade through 6th grade. And I don't remember much about computers at junior high. I think the junior high just didn't seem to have much in the way of computers. And then by the time I got to high school, everyone had PCs in high school. So thank you very much for 48 big ones. Yeah. I know a lot of people that didn't make it this far in life. So I'm fortunate to still be here, and too bad. I miss the people that didn't make it this far. But I'll make another 48. Keep my zest for life. Let's see, one of these was my reagent. Let's see, where do I have more of these Draenic seeds? I think I got a bunch here. So I can search for it. There they are. Yeah, see, I only have 159, so those I got to go over. And all these reagents can be sold. Yeah, I think maybe there were some Macs at my high school. But I didn't spend any time with them. I just wasn't into computers at that time period, oddly enough. I was doing ham radio stuff. And I had a 286 PC at home. It was already an old computer at that point, and just didn't just wasn't as into computers at that time period. So from there, eventually I ended up buying a PC from Radio Shack when I worked at Radio Shack as a high school senior, and bought a what I would call a modern PC. But yeah, I had a Texas Instruments, and then 286, and when I was a kid we had an Epson QX10. That was a lot of fun. It had CP/M as the operating system. Remember playing the Colossal Cave Adventure game on the Epson QX10 computer with my dad. That was a nice memory. I wish I could find one of those, but there aren't that many in working condition. They seem to be really rare. I'd like to get a vintage DOS machine, a 286 or 386, to run some programs I used to like when I was younger. I used to like the, it's not a game, but I used to like the PFS First Choice word processor and spreadsheet and graphics, chart making tools, and had a terminal emulator in it, I think, if memory serves. It was a great program. I used that a lot. wrote my high school papers on PFS First Choice on a 286 computer. In fact, I probably still have some files on a disk somewhere. I'd be very surprised if I didn't have them. Old poems and stuff like that. We played Voodoo Castle on a VIC-20 at a friend's and was blown away. Wanted a computer so bad. Yeah, I wanted a computer a lot then too, but my mom was a single waitress, so we didn't have money for that kind of thing. So it was bust out the old TI or mess around with my 286. I was lucky to get the 286. An old guy in the local ham radio club built me a computer, and I kind of assembled the parts and built it, and put a bunch of software on there for me, and gave me an old 286 computer. It was already several years old at that time, but I used that for years. Loved that computer. I wish I hadn't got rid of it. It was complete and total lack of foresight that I would still be interested in it at this age. And now I look at computers, you can't find a decent 286 or 386 computer for under $800, $1,000 for a good one. Yeah. A lot of junky old computer systems out there for sale. Okay, let's get out of this carousel. There's nothing to do here. We're thinking about going down to the Vintage Computer Festival at the Computer History Museum in Mountain View in a couple weeks. Not sure if we're going to be able to swing it or not, but we're thinking about it. First computer was a hand-me-down Epson 8088. Yeah, the TI was my first computer. My dad brought one home when I was about 3 years old, 1981, give or take. Plus or minus. Maybe it might have been 1982. I don't know. But I was writing programs on that sucker when I was 4 years old. Playing beginning grammar and early learning fun and all those early educational games on the TI. Oh yeah, I like monochrome monitors. I missed the TRS-80 we had in my kindergarten classroom. I remember we had these like screen layovers, like you could put like a green screen or an amber filter on it. And I remember bugging the school's custodian, who was in charge of the computers, to get a green screen for the TRS-80 because I thought they were cool, and he procured one and put it on there for me. It was a lot of fun. I was in kindergarten. I was the only kid in the kindergarten who had to use the TRS-80 because I already had a TI at home, so I could program stuff in BASIC on the TRS-80 in kindergarten. In fact, in first grade, my teacher used to let me sit in the back of the classroom and call other students to the back of the room and teach them how to use the Apple II computers. Teacher didn't know how to use them, and I knew how to. You could figure out how to use them with the manual, having the TI experience. So I was always a little teacher, even in first grade. Little professor, I guess. Oh, back then you didn't know you could program on them. Didn't see BASIC till I was in my 30s. Interesting. Yeah, I had the exact opposite experience. I had the I have the user's reference guide right here. I had all the oops, right at my shelf trying to reach it. There we go. I had these manuals. This one in the beginner's basic manual. When I was a kid, I used to just bust those books open and type in everything I could type in. I was actually able to recover a couple of old programs I wrote when I was a kid from cassette tape as well. That was a lot of fun to be able to load those up. Hadn't seen them in decades. I made a little joke program. It was very fun. Riddles and things like that. Okay, let's look at my quest log. Is there anything I can do here? Darkmoon Fair is not happening right now. What is the decor duel? This is part of my problem. I get these quests and I never know how to finish them. Like, what is this? I don't even remember. Collect 2,500 nether shards on the broken shore. Where the hell is that? I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I have not.
I don't even remember what half of these quests are, frankly.
I'm so excited about Rose Bay.
Oh, I could probably do that one now. A couple of expansions have gone by. I'm higher level. I could probably go in there and crank that out.
Because how my coworkers, like Aurora, told her friend that.
But I don't think I'm going to do it tonight. I think I'm just going to do a little pet battling.
Okay, that's it. So I get it.
Level up some of my low-level pets. Right out here in Elwyn Forest. You were told by a teacher that programming were for professionals who went to school for a long time. You need a big computer. Wow, that's so unfortunate. Now I realize my teachers don't know anything about computers. But as a kid, you think they know everything. Yeah, that's unfortunate. See, teachers need to not squash their students' dreams. It's amazing how teachers can box people in. I'm really opposed to that. I see it happening all the time. Students get the worst advice from teachers and counselors and parents sometimes. You need to have big horizons, not boxed in horizons. I feel strongly about that. I hear such bad advice being given to students all the time. Of course, people that give the bad advice probably think I give bad advice, but whatever. Alright, let's do a little pet battling. Pet journal. What pets do I have queued up? These pets are too high level. That stuck with you and just didn't give it another thought. It was just not for me. But you got there eventually. Okay, got some low-level pets queued up. Let's go find my tracking pets. Let's go find pets. Usually some hanging out right up here. Yeah, there's one. Yeah, exactly. Ain't over till it's over, right? I'm a card-carrying autodidact. I love teaching myself new things. I'm a lifelong learner, as they call it. You have to carve out time for it. For me, I'm fortunate that I had grandparents that encouraged me to think of learning as a leisure activity. So for me, learning things is relaxing and stressful because you don't know all the things yet, but fun and stressful. It's good stress. So yeah, that's my kind of relaxation. That is relaxing for me, and it's made it easy to learn new things over the years and do deep dives into things. It's genuine leisure activity. I didn't need any more rabbits. That was a pretty good quality rabbit, but I didn't need any more rabbits. I have better rabbits already. Let's rotate these out. Lower level pets level up pretty quickly as you battle them. Yeah, I owe a lot to my paternal grandmother. You know, she helped me do a deep dive on anything I was interested in. If I was interested in ham radio, she helped me get a ham radio license. And when I was interested in model trains, we went to the hobby store and bought the magazines and joined the Model Railroad Club and built layouts. And she was a music teacher, so she taught me piano. An artist, so we did art together. Rose gardening, all the things I'm interested in now. Very fortunate to have her as a grandmother. It's a shame you don't get to know your grandparents when you're an adult as much. Watch more YouTube learning videos and anything else on TV. Likewise, I do deep dives on YouTube late at night. That's my jam, so to speak. Yep. Likewise, hobbies coming out my ears. Sounds like we're similar in that regard.
My stepdad, who is technically
How many pets do I have anyway? 1,353 pets.
no, I get it.
I like these little aquatic pets in the bubbles, and they're cute.
Oh my god. I love those. Yeah.
I think part of what's fun about being our age as well is rediscovering play. You know, now I can, you know, even though I got to pay the bills and I got to do Uber driving and stuff to make money right now, I can always find time to do something fun, more so than in my 20s for sure. Too many years of grad school in my 20s. Like not wasted, but spent my 20s doing grad school and not a whole lot else.
Right, but
So it's fun to rediscover the things I used to love. Warcraft may even be the reason I didn't finish my dissertation, though. What do you do? Probably a good trade-off. Let's get another pet in there. Level 2s. Maybe one of these level 1s.
other times I showed like when I wanted to she's not even yeah, I know. See, if I'm going to like she just was so like it was she wanted to do it and then it was like I tried and I was like I want to I'm doing what I want to do. It's like one day when she was 2.5 or 3. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go. I just got up and did it from then. And then I got pregnant.
3 a.m. What time is it here? I didn't even look at the time. Oh, it's 1:21. Yeah, have a good night. Where are you located? I'm in California. But hope you have a good night. Sleep well. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate the subscription as well. I mean it. Every little bit helps. So thank you very much on that. And it's fun to be able to chat without the ads. So Kansas, nice. But have a good night, and I'll look forward to talking more retro computing with you soon. I'll get back to doing some retro computing streams here soon. Just needed a little decompress a little bit tonight and do some WoW. But we'll chat Commodore 64 and TI and other associated things next time. Okay. But I appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. Bye. Thanks to everyone who's still tuning in as well. See a couple of folks still tuned in. Not exactly doing a deep Warcraft dive today. We're just killing a little time, having some fun. I want to see what kind of fawns I have here. Yeah, I don't have any blue fawns. I hope I can get a rare fawn. That would be nice. No, see, just a gray one. This guy's really underpowered when it comes to fighting this farm. I'll just swap pets here. Excuse me. Oh, time walk. Complete quest in the Shadowlands. 2 days to do that. Yeah, let's go to the Shadowlands. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be streaming. I might call it night here soon, but let's go meander over to the Shadowlands. Little World of Warcraft ADHD tonight, just switching topics here. Oh, let's go pick up we have some trading post currency over here, it looks like. Let's go pick that up. To the Shadowlands we go. Excuse me. Aren't enough hours in the day, that's for sure.
Hold on. What is this? What are you doing?
Sorry about the TV noise back there.
Okay.
Now you're scared. In that moment, you are scared for yourself. The guy wasn't. What's wrong?
Speak, mortal. We shine in her glory. Follow the path.
Amazing processor. Oh, so beautiful. That funny. Oh, really funny. Well, so all of these colors. We tell it's up for No, that's who that is.
I need to get closer.
He makes me a poor stupid Julie who doesn't understand what she's doing, and everything will just rotate once I admit that I was wrong, but I always did you. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. He needs to do. He's over there to do. Go back to the box to tell us that. You seriously understand that one should be our family.
I knew. I knew what you and Dad were planning. I knew all of the words and those closer, which is what I saw from the size after the news. So stop treating me like I'm destroyed.
It's locked. It's locked. It's too far away.
Thomas is dead,
And out of range.
okay? But I know it's hard, and I know it lost the whole box. Thanks. For you, it's not simple. It's not simple. I can't do this right now, please. I'm not trying to make this much. I'm sorry.
This is the best.
I need to get closer.
You are next. You're in Los Texas. This weekend, she's in trouble. Every single one of these plays is a different president. He's good. That's not right. Fucking impossible.
See, that's the difference between you and me. I don't do impossible. I don't just sit around accepting the world as it is.
I really want to find. Because that's the highest. And that you can't spend so you can't simply work. Okay, look, every new person who comes here assumes that it's just the monsters they have to deal with. But that's not the hardest part. It's what this place does to feel this question about every single thing that you think you know. And if you can't, yeah, it does have some time. But I'm just saying, if you can't understand that, what are you doing? Wait, where are you going? Jay! What do you want me to say?
I don't know. So that we're hurt, that we're scared. But this is also a problem. I'm not going to tell myself because I am walking around reminding myself. And every time we talk about how things are going okay, even the rest of us feel that we're doing something wrong.
That's not fair.
Fair. I'll tell you what, part of the last 14 months have been fair. Oh, okay. It's me.
Excuse me. Looks like there's a cave or something over here. Oh yeah.
You won't wait the fuck out of line. You hear me? Wait the fuck out of line. Before you got here, I was very healthy for people to die last 2 or 3 times process. We treated the work from the house. We made it possible for people here to live in there, not just survive. You saved this town, boy. And I wish you had the luxury of grief, but you don't. Just keep it reach. Most months without a single death. This was 6 in the last 3 days. I look scared. They just started to pray. You need to be the one to tell us that you're okay. Don't this much love. You just put all your anger all over the place. What the fuck are you doing now? The angry genius. The whole this place together.
Right, or they catch you in the back. Yeah.
Because if you don't,
It makes sense. It's false.
it's so long. It's not off. It's not. It's not song. It's not two cars. Not two cars. It's first 2 cars.
What is that?
It's wild. The way it's so good.
It's locked.
Really?
I just said to these things all about
Challenge me.
The Forsworn have all but destroyed the legacy of this place. Seek out any writings you may find, so we may preserve them.
Recognize Tim Russ's voice from Voyager.
The
eliminate one of our strongest defenders. Find the Centurion Colossus known as Heraclor and defend him at all costs.
Hello. Thank you for tuning in. I'm on the tail end of my stream. My voice is a little hoarse. I've been under the weather for a few days. So just kind of total cozy, mellow World of Warcraft time. Just running around the world doing random things. I found myself in the Shadowlands, doing little world quests, things like that. Hello. Glad you like the name. I do try to approach Azeroth in a cozy way. How are you this evening? Sorry for all the TV noise out there. We have some company over there. Everyone's watching TV out there. Yeah, the name's a big hit. When I first started streaming, I had a hard time picking a name and finally stumbled on CozyAzeroth and liked the way it sounded and captures the vibe of how I play Warcraft. Glad it resonates. This is my main character. I have been playing this character for 21 years. And I do have other characters. I sometimes play a healer that I've been leveling up, and it's actually a higher level than this character right now. But this is my main character. Always will be. Very first character I ever made. Circa 2005.
I don't like him or tap. Okay, I like tap. I mean, I get it.
C9Z. Do you mainly play Warcraft, or what do you play? Or just cozy games generally? I spend more of my time making games these days than playing games, including Warcraft, but Warcraft's my old standby, constant companion through life.
I think the boy blind.
Play a lot of games mainly because you don't have enough time in your free time to play anything for a relatively long time. Yeah, join the club. Not enough time in the day, for sure. Okay, got a fishing world quest done. Might as well do a couple world quests while we're at it. Let's go repel some devourers. I've been doing retro game programming. I'm about to... the digital, in fact, I'll put a link to it here. The digital version's already out, but I've been working on a game that's going to be released as a cartridge for the old Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer, my favorite computer when I was a kid. And this is the game. The digital version is already out, but the cartridge version is coming very soon. So that's what I've been spending my time working on these days when I'm not making money and not doing this. Yeah, I don't even play that many modern games. I just mainly play Warcraft and work on retro games. Just don't have enough time to... Oh, excuse me. But rather tired. Don't have much time to just try out new games all the time, so just go back to WoW a lot of the time. Okay, what do we have to do here? Oh, here we go.
Is there work to be done? Welcome, friend.
I know of noise gates. Have I tried that in OBS? No, I don't think I know what noise gates are. Well, I mean, in concept, maybe. Oh, yeah. I actually have it this way on purpose because oftentimes my girlfriend is streaming with me, and so I want to be able to pick her up from the other side of the room without having to worry about, noise separating and things like that. So it kind of is the way it is right now. All kind of intentional. There's definitely room for improvement for sure, even when we're streaming together. But it works pretty well when we're streaming with a couple of friends and my girlfriend's sitting right here and she's playing and I'm playing and we're talking with a couple of folks. So it is right now. It is what it is. I have a podcast microphone from one of my podcasting days that I sometimes use when it's just me. I just don't have it hooked up right now. I did podcasting for quite a while, and I miss it, but it was a lot of work. I'm glad it's over. I had a podcast on Star Trek and philosophy for quite a long time.
How do you do?
Yeah, we do the same thing. We do whatever muting it takes to make sure we don't get the double echo. So she comes through my microphone, and then she'll mute me, but she'll be in Discord, so she can hear other people in Discord. And it's, it's kind of a hack, but that's all right. It's part of the fun. I know it's not ideal, but nothing in life is ideal at the moment, except for a relationship. But career-wise, nothing's at its ideal, and the world is not at its ideal, so we're all just doing the best we can. Okay, almost done with this world quest. It's been a while since I've been in Shadowlands. I like Shadowlands a lot. I was in the minority. I love Shadowlands. Abstract and cosmological and philosophical and psychological. I love it. My kind of abstract, concept-based, high-concept stuff. When just one of you is streaming, noise gates help a lot. I could help you in OBS. Just turn it off whenever you want. I'm in Streamlabs. I'm not using OBS, but I'm sure it's similar. Let's see. Let's find another world quest here. Excuse me. Assault on the vestibule. Take the colossal core. Actually, no. Let's do this one. Defend Heracor. Excuse me. I was under the weather for a couple weeks. My voice is really shot, so sorry about my quality of my voice generally right now. I've been Uber driving to make money right now as well. And I'm getting over being sick, and so what do I have to do? Defend this guy? And talk to people all day while I'm getting over losing my voice. So, so what do? I come home and I stream. Smart. How do we defend this guy? What do we do? Just from these guys? I don't seem to be getting any points for this.
What was it? Their song.
Must be doing something wrong here. Oh no, there we go. Okay. Now it's happening. Here comes some more. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun making games. It's a great intersection of my logic brain and my creative brain. So I'm kind of leaning into that. So a lot of times when I'm streaming, I'm doing game development streams these days. Maybe 2/3 of the time. Although a little more Warcraft this week.
Your conduct is unacceptable.
74%. How long have I been doing my job? What exactly is it that you do?
Time to prove myself. Your efforts mark you. Bastion's grace.
Back from the adpocalypse. For many years I've been working as an instructional designer, writing and programming online learning materials, and I used to work for an education publishing company, same thing, writing and programming online learning materials, and I sometimes teach philosophy at the community college level. It's been a little while, a couple years, but that's been my bread and butter for quite a long time. Combination of those things. But nothing's working out right now, and so Uber driving it is. And making games, and I have a little Etsy shop selling cross-stitch patterns. So lots of little revenue streams that are helping. But it's kind of speaking of the adpocalypse, it's the apocalypse in the education world, so hopefully something will work out soon, but it's rough out there in the education world right now. Okay, looks like there's something down below, so I don't know how to get down there. Like a cave or something? Oh yeah, it's in here.
I do want to take some of the labyrinths, but
That's okay. Yeah, it's giving me a chance to do some other creative stuff. Oh, where do I get this discarded phalanx core? Not in here, it looks like. I have no idea about that. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. It's frustrating, but, you know, the education world's in chaos right now, so... For lots of reasons. keep forgetting that I can gather lumber here now for the player housing stuff. Yeah, something will work out, or I'll totally shift directions, do something different. Wouldn't be the first time I've had to pivot a little bit. Excuse me.
And then it said, try waiting.
Well, it's not the easy road, I'll tell you that. It's fun to be able to do, but it might as well be pro bono, and it doesn't pay very well. But it's really satisfying, you know. Whenever you do something you love, it's satisfying, right? So I'd say it's worth it if you're interested in it. You know, anyone with an ounce of cleverness can figure out how to pay the bills. You know, the money's not flowing right now, but I'm paying the bills, and you know, it's okay. If you love it, do it. It's a truly human thing to do. Right? Might as well be a human, not just a moneymaker. But you don't need to get a degree to learn about it either. You can pick up, at the very least, you can pick up an intro to philosophy book, or pick up primary sources and find a topic you're interested in, or an issue you care about, that kind of thing, and just do a dive, you know. Even if you just start out by watching philosophy lectures on YouTube or something, and there's 1,000 ways to learn about stuff these days. But there's nothing like being in a philosophy class, I think. And grad school in philosophy is a great experience, but stressful. I'm glad to be done with that part of my life too. I don't have a PhD, I just have a master's degree. I've thought about going back and finishing my PhD that I gave up on when I got the job working for the publishing company. But I don't have a lot of incentive to do it either. It's not like there's a great academic job market. So, case in point, there's no real point to doing it. Let's see, where am I here? Okay. Okay, I'm not good at the pet battle. Pet master challenges. Oh, chores done for the stewards. That sounds fun.
Yes, I do. I just realized that I forgot to bring your bag. That's the hanging up on my.
Have I ever read Behold a Pale Horse? I have not. Oh, thanks for following. No, I haven't read that. I'm not even familiar with it off the top of my head.
This area is in disarray. Luckily, we have
So what do you have to do? Your chores?
to address any problem we may have. Please see the order is restored.
The steward's job is never done.
What do we do? Show us the thirsties. What does that mean?
Tidy yourself.
This was given to us by Zach.
The thirsties. Like a food vendor, drink vendor. Yeah, no, I've never read that one. You know, I have my own, you know, favorite texts and whatnot, favorite authors, but I have pretty broad interest in the history of philosophy, so. Oh, here he is. There's someone who's thirsty.
Go in service.
Wait.
Archon guide you. Walk with courage.
Oh, there we go. Gotcha.
Allow me to help. Hello. Yes.
You want I hold, carry, catch. I'm not understanding how this works.
But I think we should get through from, because
there's so many episodes. There's so much.
Yeah, you know, that's unfortunately, you know, you got to focus on something. You can't do everything at once, right? So I think my saving grace is that I have a tendency to focus. I do one thing and then do something else and do something else and check things off the list. I don't tend to get distracted by too many projects at once, even though I have a lot of hobbies and interests.
My friend.
Okay, I really don't know what I'm doing with these chores.
We want to also hop over
Allow
to
me
it.
to help.
I think let's because also that one is more of a like
Oh, okay, maybe this is...
like more fun.
I
Oh yeah,
welcome
that doesn't yeah.
Walk
So
with
that
courage.
one
You
yes, I think that's what we need to do.
Back to work.
Yes, my pleasure. Hello.
Okay, there we go.
Maybe we'll do episode of prom. And then yes, because we can do if it wasn't too close.
Shall we converse?
Welcome, friend.
Yeah, you know, if I were
My pleasure.
gonna recommend someone to get started in philosophy, I'd say just pick up an introduction to philosophy textbook and pick up some primary sources to go with it and dive in. Watch some few YouTube videos. It's old am I? I'm in my 40s, late 40s, creeping up on 50s. It all goes too fast. That's why you got to make the most of it. You want to do something, just do it. You don't need anyone's permission to learn about stuff.
We walk this path together.
How do you do?
Is there work to be done?
Oh, okay. Here we go. One more problem to fix here.
I'll send you a screenshot of yes, do it. August.
Yes.
Yeah, here we go.
Goodbye, my friend.
No service.
It is through
Perfect.
the
There we
hard
go.
work of all that the
Well, it sounds like our company's taking off, so I'm going to log off and call it a night. But thank you for tuning in, and hope to catch you again another time. Oh, well, you know, I'd like to think with some age comes wisdom, but, you know, I've made some fine mistakes in life as well, so you never know. But I'm going to sign off. Our company's taking off, but thank you for tuning in, and hope to catch you again. I'm, like I said, I'm alternating between World of Warcraft streaming and game development streaming, so hope to catch you another time. Hope everyone has a good night. Thank you to everyone who's been tuning in tonight while my voice is less than adequate. Have a good night in the meantime. Take care.